The National Broadcasting Company brings you Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell in Dangerous Assignment. The time, sunset. The place, a small fishing village on the coast of Portugal. Two fishermen trudge wearily homeward past a deserted monastery near the waterfront. A sudden sound breaks the stillness of the evening air.
Sanchez, listen.
Huh?
The monastery bell is ringing.
Oh, but that is impossible, Naranja. No one has lived in that monastery for 5 years.
Now it's quiet. Come, Sanchez, we better go see.
Oh, Naranja, here is some food and blankets. Someone has been living here.
Oh, Sanchez.
Look! Oh, Madre mia. A man hanging from the bell rope.
Quick, let us cut him down.
It's too late, Naranja. He's dead.
You've seen him in such pictures as Wake Island, Stand By for Action, and Command Decision. Now, here is our star, Brian Donlevy, in another two-fisted portrayal as Steve Mitchell in Dangerous Assignment.
Hi, Commissioner. You know, you pull me away from more big deals.
I want to talk to you about Alan Prescott, Steve.
Oh, is he back? That's good.
No, he's not back. Steve, Alan Prescott is dead.
Let me have that again.
I'm sorry, Steve. I know he was one of your best friends.
Alan dead? How did it happen, Commissioner?
He was found hanging from a bell rope in a deserted monastery.
Where?
Portuguese fishing village. Zimbra is the name of it.
What was he doing there?
Alan had been assigned to investigate rumors about a wholesale racket to smuggle aliens into the United States.
Oh, well, looks like he got too warm.
Yeah. Steve, I figured you'd want this assignment.
I do. Have we any contacts over there?
One, and for a change, it's a man we know we can trust. He's helped us before in the past, and he was working with Alan on this illegal entry investigation.
What's his name?
Perez. He runs a pet shop in Zimbra. That'll be your first stop in Portugal.
Okay.
As usual, you'll pose as a foreign correspondent. Steve, I want you to go over there and find the men who killed Alan and get enough information so we can smash their racket. You've got your assignment. Good luck.
Flight 9, now departing for Bermuda, the Azores, and Lisbon, Portugal. All aboard, please.
Here is Senor Perez's pet shop, and his light is still on.
Yeah. Okay, driver. Here you are.
Oh, gracias. You want me to wait for you, senor?
No, thanks. Hey,
Senor Perez, there's many birds in his shop, senor.
so I hear.
Good night, senor.
All right. Boy, what a menagerie. Anybody home? Perez? Perez? Okay, Polly, you call him, too. Hey, Perez! Perez!
Stop! You're choking me! Oh!
Hey, what's the matter, Polly? You got a persecution complex? Well, maybe Perez is in the back room here. Perez?
Perez, you're choking me!
Oh, shut up. Dark in here. Wonder where he is.
Come in and close the door.
What?
I have a gun. Do as I say.
Okay. Look, Perez, I want to talk to you. I'm a friend of Alan Prescott's.
I will turn on the lights.
That's better. Perez, what's the matter? You're bleeding.
There has been a fight.
Here. Come on over here and sit down. Let me help you.
Thank you. I will be all right.
What happened?
2 men came into my shop with knives, tried to kill me. I got my gun and drove them off. When I heard you coming a minute ago, I thought they had come back.
Yeah, I guess that's what your parrot thought, too.
You say you are a friend of Alan Prescott?
Yeah.
You were sent to take over the case he was working on, huh?
That's right.
The alien smuggling ring. I was working on it with Senor Prescott.
How much had he found out?
Why, so far, very little, Senor. However, I expect to come into possession of some valuable information tomorrow.
Okay, I'll check with you then. Now, you better get a doctor to look after those cuts, Perez. I'm going to the police station.
The sergeant are at the desk that you wish to see me, senor?
Yeah. You in charge of the police here?
At the moment, I am Lieutenant Vieira, senor...
Steve Mitchell. I'm a foreign correspondent. I just flew in from the States today.
Sim, you landed at Lisbon, took the train to Mesimbra, by taxicab to the pet shop of Senor Perez.
What?
Remained there 30 minutes, then walked here to the police station.
Huh. I didn't know my activities were a matter of such interest to you.
I have been sent here from Lisbon to investigate certain matters, senor. So at the moment, I am interested in everyone who comes to Mesimbra.
Yeah? Well, a friend of mine came here a couple of days ago. And he got killed in a deserted monastery.
You are perhaps referring to Alan Prescott, another so-called foreign correspondent?
What do you mean, so-called?
There are indications that he was investigating the existence of an organization to smuggle Europeans into the United States.
You're right, Lieutenant Vieira. And I've been assigned to take over the investigation.
I see. You have proof of this?
Yeah. Here are my credentials.
So, Senor Mitchell, there is something in the next room which may be of interest to you.
Oh?
After you, senor.
Hey. This looks like the morgue.
For the present, it must serve.
5 bodies?
Sim. They were found under one of the fishing wharves, their hands and feet securely tied.
Hmm. You figure that these men were some of the paying customers in this alien smuggling racket?
It is possible.
Yeah. Maybe things got a little too hot for the smugglers all of a sudden, so they dumped these guys in the water. Who discovered the bodies?
We did. Our police launch patrols the entire bay every day at sunset.
I see. Any identification on any of them?
Their pockets were empty. But we were able to identify this man.
How?
From his fingerprints.
Got a criminal record, huh?
See. His name is Luis Delgado from Villarreal to the north of here. He has been living there with his sister, Maria Delgado.
Might be a good idea to pay Maria a visit.
I was about to suggest it, Senor Mitchell.
Let's go. How much farther to Villarreal, Lieutenant?
But a few miles, Mitchell.
You sure believe in taking precautions, don't you?
Senor?
Having one of your boys tail us.
Tail us? I do not understand, Mitchell.
Well, that car behind us. It's been following us for the last 10 minutes.
I gave no orders to follow us, Mitchell.
What? Then who? Hey, he's coming up at us.
Can you see who it is?
No, it's too dark. Yara, watch out. He's trying to run us off the road.
Get down, Mitchell, get down.
Hey, we're skidding.
Hey, brace yourself.
Watch out. Boy, that was close. Nice driving, Vera.
Thank you. Thank you, Mitchell.
Well, somebody's sure anxious to put us out of the way. Beginning to look like we're on the right trail.
See, we will continue our trip to the Delgado house in Villarreal. I regret to bring you this news of your brother's death, Senorita Delgado.
You say he was drowned in the bay, Senor Lieutenant? How did he get there?
That is a question, Senorita.
You mean he was murdered?
Senorita Delgado, if you do not mind, Senor Mitchell and I will ask the questions.
Maria, did you notice your brother talking to any strangers the last few days?
Strangers? He talked to no strangers.
Well, when he left home, did he say where he was going?
He told me nothing.
Senorita, I think you are withholding information.
No, it's not true. I tell you everything I know.
must remind you that your brother Luis Delgado had a criminal record.
That was long ago when he was in trouble. My brother was a good man.
Perhaps he intended to commit a crime when he left
That
here.
is a
Perhaps
lie.
that is why he would not tell you where he was going.
He was not going to commit a crime. He was going to the United States to live with my uncle. I do not remember what he told me.
I see. Have you anything more to tell us? Very well. Senor Mitchell?
Yeah, let's go. Thanks, Maria.
We will question you more if necessary, senorita.
Night. Well, Maria sure clammed up all of a sudden. But not until she told us what we wanted to hear.
See?
You know, it's a cinch that some of the arrangements on these deals are made in the United States. I wish we knew the name of that uncle Maria spilled about.
It is Emilio Delgado.
What?
As you were talking to the senorita, I noticed on the table an envelope addressed to her dead brother. In the upper left-hand corner was the name Emilio Delgado.
Was there an address?
I do not know if it was an address or not. Mitchell, in the United States, is there a place called Bronx?
Bronx? Yeah, that's an address, all right. Well, good work, Lieutenant. Let's go to the nearest telegraph office.
Here's a report from Steve, Commissioner.
Thanks, Ruth. Definitely on trail of illegal entry racket. Go on.
You must be working fast, Commissioner.
Apparently, last cargo of paying passengers too hot to handle. All 5 drowned.
Nice organization.
Yeah. One identified as uncle in the United States who apparently was helping make arrangements. Find and question Emilio Delgado, the Bronx. Take on that name, Ruth.
Emilio Delgado.
Delgado.
Oh, Delgado, right.
I'm working with police lieutenant named Vieira. Just for the record, please check on him for me. You got that, Ruth?
Vieira.
Here's some more. Perez at pet shop very cooperative and counting heavily on him to furnish hot lead. I'm on way back to Mazimbra now to talk to Perez again. We'll keep you informed.
Come in. Ah, Senor Mitchell.
Lieutenant Vera, I'm worried.
Jim?
I've been counting on Perez at the pet shop to give me some hot information he hinted at yesterday.
Perez?
As soon as we got back from Villarreal last night, I went to his parrot palace, and he wasn't there. I've been there on and off all day today, and he still hasn't shown up.
Jim, he has shown up, Senor Mitchell.
Oh, has he? Well, that's good.
No, it is not good.
What do you mean?
This afternoon, a fisherman saw something floating in the bay. A man, face down. It was Perez.
In just a moment, our star, Brian Donlevy, returns as Steve Mitchell in Dangerous Assignment. Here's a message for the technically minded young men of America. The armed forces of the United States want volunteers. Volunteers for the greatest scientific enterprise in history. Volunteers for the world's greatest educational program. The new scientific armed forces offer training in dozens of technical specialties. Radar, radio, diesel, jet propulsion, aviation, and many, many others. So if you're thinking of an active career, a vital career, think of the United States Armed Forces. Now, the National Broadcasting Company brings you Act Two of Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy in the role of Steve Mitchell. The time, 4 hours later. The place, the Commissioner's office in the United States.
I finally got hold of Steve, Commissioner. He's on the line.
Thanks, Ruth. Steve,
Hello, Commissioner.
we located Emilio Delgado in the Bronx. First, he wouldn't talk, but when we told him his nephew had been murdered trying to get out of Portugal, he opened up.
Oh, did he put the finger on the stateside branch of the racket?
It's a small travel bureau in New York. Delgado gave them $3,000. They promised to smuggle his nephew into the United States.
I see.
Incidentally, I checked on Lieutenant Vieira. His record is excellent.
Good. I figured it was, but I didn't want to take any chances.
Steve, we close in on the travel bureau in New York. The gang in Portugal will slip away from us.
Oh, don't close in on the travel bureau yet, Commissioner. I tell you, send one of your agents there to arrange transportation for a relative over here in Portugal.
Relative? What do you mean?
Me?
What?
I'm going to use the name Nick Grado. 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 For the record. I'm going to pass as a minor mobster deported last year.
Steve, think of the danger.
I'm thinking of Alan Prescott dangling at the end of that bell rope. Now, look, I'm going to Lisbon and register at the Lagos Hotel under the name of Nick Grado. So long, Commissioner.
Steve! Well, I hope he knows what he's doing. Ruth.
Yes, Commissioner.
Which of our agents looks the most like a gangster?
Summers. He looks pretty rugged.
Okay. We'll send him to that travel bureau in New York. Summers will pose as the brother of Nick Grado in Portugal. He'll offer the travel bureau $3,000 to smuggle Grado into this country. Draw the money out of a special account and
You in charge of this travel bureau? Well, I want to arrange some transportation.
Oh, for yourself?
No, my brother in Portugal.
Well, that's simple. We represent several steamship companies and...
You don't understand. My brother was in the rackets over here and got deported to Portugal last year.
Oh. Well, that kind of transportation is very difficult to arrange and expensive.
Here's 3,000 cash. Says you can arrange it.
May take a long time.
He can wait.
Okay. What's your brother's name?
Nick Grado. He's staying at the Lagos Hotel in Lisbon.
Okay. Forget you were ever here. We'll make all the arrangements. Your brother will be contacted at the Lagos Hotel in Lisbon.
Yeah?
Your name, Nick Grado.
Who are you?
Bogota. You want to take a trip, Grado?
Trip?
Your brother in America arranged it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm all packed up.
Do not carry any identification. You have your money and valuables?
Yeah, right here on me, Bogota.
Good. The car is outside.
Where are we going?
To the cliffs, overlooking the sea. Near Mezimbra.
Cliffs?
See, there's a cave at the waterline. You will wait for the boat there.
Okay, let's go. Hey, look, Bogota. Climbing down the side of a cliff in the dark is not my idea of fun. How about a light?
No, we are almost there. To your right a little.
Okay.
There. You see the entrance now?
Yeah. Pretty well hidden, isn't it?
You see.
Hey, there's enough room inside the entrance to dock a boat.
See. Follow the ledge you are on. Into the cave.
Okay. Quite a place.
It serves our purpose.
Wait a minute. There's a light up ahead.
See, the other passengers.
Oh. How many are there on this trip?
2 others.
Business falling off?
It is good enough, Grano.
Who is there?
Here we are.
Who is it?
Bogota, old man.
You one of the passengers?
Sim, I am Pimentel.
Nick Grado's my name.
Where is the other one? The girl.
Girl?
Here I am.
Oh,
Senor Grado, did you say?
yeah, senorita.
Maria is enough.
All of you stay here. I'm going to hide the car.
Bogota? How much longer must we wait here?
It's not for you to ask questions, old man.
Well, Senor Steve Mitchell,
Maria Delgado, the grief-stricken sister.
so you are supposed to be Nick Grado. What are you doing here, Senor Mitchell?
I was just going to ask you the same thing, Maria.
When you and Lieutenant Vieira told me about my brother's murder, I knew I could not rest until I found out who killed him.
Oh. Bogota doesn't know who you are?
No, and he will not, unless you tell him.
Look, you keep your mouth shut about me, and I'll do likewise.
See, it is a promise, senor.
Quiet. Here comes the old man.
Wait. All we do is wait.
Bogota say how long we stay here?
Until the boss comes with the boat, he said, but he would not tell me when that would be.
Did he say who the boss was?
No.
Pimentel, you do not look so good. Why you don't try to rest?
Oh, thank you for your kindness, Senorita. I'm sick and an old man, but everything will be all right when I get to America. Everything.
Means a lot to you, huh?
It is what I'm living for, senor.
Say, how far back does this cave go, anyway?
Bogota told us to stay on this ledge and not to go back any farther. He said that narrow channel below winds back and ends against a solid wall of rock.
The front entrance, the only one, huh?
That is what he said.
Well, looks like nothing's due to happen tonight. I think we all better get a little sleep.
Senor, wake up.
Huh? Oh, Bogota.
It's past noon. Wake up. You, old man, wake up.
Bogota.
Oh, what is the meaning of this?
Take all the money and valuables out of your pockets. Pile them on the rock here.
Hey, what is this? What are you doing with that gun?
Do as I say. All of you. And as for you, Senor Mitchell.
Mitchell?
See, we know who you are.
Well, thanks for tipping them off, Maria.
No, I did not tell them, Stephen. I swear it.
The boss wishes to talk to you, Mitchell.
The boss? When did he arrive?
I came in my boat while you were asleep, Mitchell.
What? Perez. Hey, what is this? The police told me you were dead.
The real Perez is dead, Mitchell.
Real Perez? Wait a minute. You mean when I talked to you in Perez's pet shop?
I had just killed Perez before you came in. You assumed I was Perez. I played along with you. After you left, I threw his body in the bay.
Great. So you're the boy who's running this racket.
A profitable one, I assure you.
Yeah, and a vicious one. You get the passengers out here. You take their money and kill them. Instead of a ticket to the United States, they get a ticket to the morgue.
What?
You mean we will not be taken to America?
What do you think, old man? Come, Bogota. We will go back to the entrance.
What happens now?
For the present, you will all wait here. And, Senor Mitchell, I would not advise you to an attempt an escape. There's only one entrance to this cave, and Bogota and I will be guarding that entrance with guns.
If they are going to kill us, why don't they do it now? Look at them, sitting at the entrance to the cave like two vultures. What are they waiting for?
That's what I've been trying to figure out. It's almost 6 p.m.
I will never see America. It was just a dream. It's all over for me.
Bogota, you fool. Do not light your cigarette here in the entrance. The launch will see you.
The launch? Hey, that's what they're waiting for.
What?
Lieutenant Vieira said the police launch patrols the coast every day at sunset.
Police launch?
Yeah. Perez is probably waiting until after the launch goes by so that our bodies won't be discovered until tomorrow. I could only figure out a way to attract the launch's attention.
But what good would that do, Steve? Bogota and Paris would shoot us.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Perez said there was no back entrance to this cave, didn't he?
See?
He was lying.
How you know?
Look at the smoke from my cigarette.
What about it?
See what happens to it?
Why, it just goes straight up in the air, Steve.
Yeah. For a way. But then it starts drifting towards the front entrance. That means there's a draft up there. The draft could be caused by a back entrance.
Steve, but how can we find it?
Well, listen. Yeah, a boat. Probably the police launch. Whatever we do, we got to do in a hurry. As soon as the launch goes by, we're dead pigeons.
No, senor.
What?
I, old Pimentel, will help you. And God willing, I will save you.
What are you talking about?
I will go to the front entrance and call for help.
Are you crazy? Perez would kill you.
Sin. But the noise and flashes of the gun might summon police.
Now, look.
Senor, what happens to me is not important. I'm old, sick. But this way, perhaps I can prevent Perez from taking the dreams of others and ruining them, as he did mine.
Now, wait a minute.
No, senor. This is the best way.
Pimentel, come back.
Pimentel, what are you doing? Get back.
Police! Over here in the cave, boy!
Steve, don't go. It is too late to help him now.
Bogota, you fool. They heard in the police launch. They are coming. Take the boat out and lead them away. I'll take care of Mitchell and the girl. I'll meet you at the rear entrance.
Rear entrance. So there is one. Come on, Maria. This is our chance. Hey, wait, the ledge ends here. Okay, Maria. Come on into this channel.
Mitchell! Stop! Mitchell!
Steve.
He can't see us in the dark, Maria. He's just shooting blind. Keep going.
Thing, Steve, it is so dark in here. The water is up to my waist.
Yeah, these walls are getting closer together, too. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, great. Solid rock.
What?
Yeah, this is the end of the line. We took a wrong turn back there somewhere. Yeah.
Listen. Paris is still after us.
Yeah.
Well, we can't just sit here and wait for him to kill us.
Maria, keep talking.
What?
Keep talking as if I were with you. Repeat what you've been saying. I'm going to backtrack and wait for him.
All right. Steve, what can we do? We cannot go any farther. It is a blind alley. Paris is getting closer, Steve.
You're right, senorita. Paris is getting closer. And there is nothing ahead of you but solid rock.
Did you hear that? It is Paris.
See? And the two of you are caught like rats in a trap. I have... Mitchell!
Yeah, a gun's not going to do you any good underwater, Perez.
I do not need the gun.
Oh,
there is strength enough in my arm.
Yeah.
Steve, hit him!
I can't.
Oh, Martin, help Steve, help him. Steve?
That's okay, Maria.
Oh, I could not tell which one of you was which, Steve.
Yeah, I was a little in doubt myself for a second or two. Come on, Maria, let's get out of this rat trap. Well, that's about it, Commissioner. Perez is dead, and the police picked up his hired hand, Bogota.
Look, Steve, where are you calling from?
My hotel room. I'm up here drying out all alone.
Stop! You're choking me.
It sounds like you're all alone.
Oh, that was just a parrot, Commissioner.
Parrot?
Yeah, from Perez's pet shop. He took a shine to me, I guess.
Now, Steve, you can do better than that.
No, it is a parrot, Commissioner. I'll prove it to you. Look, I taught him something to say to you.
Huh?
Go ahead, Polly. Polly?
Drop dead. Drop dead.
Steve!
So long, Commissioner.
You have just heard the sixth in an exciting new adventure series, Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell. Dangerous Assignment is written by Bob Reif and directed by Bill Karn, with music by Bruce Ashley. Be with us again next week at this same time, when Brian Donlevy, starring as Steve Mitchell, will embark on another Dangerous Assignment. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company. The National Broadcasting Company brings you Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell in Dangerous Assignment. The time, midnight. The place, a carnival on the outskirts of Zurich, Switzerland. Two men slip furtively through the shadows near the slowly revolving carousel. They stare intently into the darkness.
Triflis must be around here somewhere, Carl.
Yeah, handsome. We both saw him enter the carnival grounds.
Well, where could he hide? The carnival is almost deserted. You see, there's only one person riding on the carousel, and... Carl. Carl, it is he, Triflis, right under our nose.
Yeah, riding on the carousel. Good. We wait and we will ride right into our arms.
He sees us. Come on.
Hanson, drag him from the carousel.
No.
Grab him. Grab him.
Yeah, I have him.
No, let go of me. Let go.
Carl, drag him into the shadows here.
Yeah.
The American document, Triflis. Where is it?
I do not know what you're talking about.
The one they called File 307. You sold it to Brunner, didn't you, Triflis? Didn't you?
Yes, to Brunner.
In that case, you will not live to spend the money.
No.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah.
No. Oh, no. Not my throat. I can't breathe.
Yeah, exactly. More pressure, Carl. A little more, Carl.
I cannot squeeze any tighter.
It is enough pressure. Just hold it a moment here. So, I think that is enough. Yes, you may let him go now, Carl.
You've seen him in such pictures as An American Romance, The Great McGinty, and Command Decision. Now, here's our star, Brian Donlevy, in another two-fisted portrayal as Steve Mitchell in Dangerous Assignment.
Ruth, you've got the worst sense of timing I ever saw. You're always dragging me back here to the office when I'm right in the middle of a big deal.
Maybe she was a big deal to you, Steve, but she looked more like a stacked deck to me.
You know, some of these gals may start picketing you. What's this all about, anyway?
That's what the commissioner's waiting in his office to tell you. Here we are. I have your passport and credentials ready when you are.
Okay, thanks, Ruth.
Oh, Steve.
Hello, Commissioner. Well, where am I going this time?
Zurich, Switzerland.
Switzerland? Look, I can't even yodel.
You won't have time to yodel. Steve, ever hear the name Brunner before?
Brunner? Sounds vaguely familiar. Who is he, Commissioner?
I don't know.
Huh?
Brunner's always been a very mysterious figure, Steve. None of our agents has ever seen him. Matter of fact, I don't suppose there are more than a handful of people in the entire world who know what he looks like.
Yeah, I remember now. Brunner's a sort of an international mystery man who sells information to the highest bidder.
We think Brunner has File 307, Steve.
File 307?
Top secret document containing defense plans. 2 weeks ago, it was stolen from this country.
Oh, you think it's in Zurich now?
We had information it was temporarily in the possession of a seamy little man named Triflis. This morning, his body was discovered near a carnival grounds outside of Zurich.
Needless to say, File 307 wasn't on Triflis's body.
No, but Triflis paid a visit to Brunner's villa 2 hours before he was murdered. We think he sold File 307 to Brunner.
And I'm supposed to get it back from this international secret seller, huh? Great. Well, have we got any contacts in Zurich?
One. His name is Max Raber. He runs the carnival over there. Just one more thing, Steve, as to the danger involved.
Yeah, I don't imagine trying to get into Brunner's villa is a habit-forming occupation.
There's more than that. Other interests are also trying to get File 307 from Brunner. Naturally, they'll try to stop you permanently. Their agents may be watching you right from the start.
Yeah?
Well, that's it, Steve. As usual, you'll pose as a foreign correspondent after an interview with Brunner. Actually, you ought to find File 307 and bring it back. You've got your assignment? Good luck.
Steve Mitchell departed United States for Zurich, apparently on assignment as foreign correspondent. Keep him under surveillance. Find out his real mission. Very well, Mr. Mitchell. We will try to give you a very cordial reception here in Zurich.
Taxi cab, sir. Taxi.
Oh, okay, driver. Koenig Hotel.
Yes, sir.
You're an American, sir.
Yeah.
On a vacation, perhaps?
Not exactly.
Well, I'm a good guide, sir. I can show you the points of interest here in Zurich.
Never mind. I'm afraid I won't have much time for sightseeing. No, wait a minute.
Yes, sir?
There's a large villa a couple of kilometers outside of the city. Got a high wall around it. You know where it is?
Why, I think I can find it, sir.
Okay. When you get me to the hotel, wait for me. I'll want you to take me out to that villa.
I will be very happy to, sir. Hello, Carl. This is Hansen speaking. I've just brought Mitchell to the Koenig Hotel from the airport. I'm waiting for him now. No, he doesn't suspect me. He thinks I'm just a cab driver. He wants me to take him to Buna's villa, so he's after file 307, all right. Now listen, Carl. There is a Max Raber who runs the carnival. They might be working together. If Mitchell tries to contact Raber, you know what to do. I believe this might be the villa you are looking for, sir. It is the only one with a high wall near here.
Well, that must be it then. Okay, here you are.
Oh, but I can wait for you, sir.
Never mind.
Very well, sir. If you should need me further, my name is Hansen, and my cab is usually in front of your hotel.
Oh? You're quite an obliging guy, aren't you, Hansen?
Sir?
I'll skip it. Thanks. Some joint. Looks like a penitentiary. Oh, there ought to be a gatekeeper around here somewhere.
Lyle, what are you doing here? What do you want?
One at a time. I'm Steve Mitchell, foreign correspondent from the United States.
What do you want?
An interview with Brunner.
Go away.
Now, look.
You cannot see Brunner. Brunner gives interviews to no one. Go away.
Fritz?
Yeah? What is it, Karen?
Well, this villa's getting better looking by the minute.
What's the matter, Fritz?
This man wants to see Brunner.
Oh? I'm Bruno's secretary, Karen.
Hello.
You're Mr.
Steve Mitchell. You're Brunner's secretary? He should be so lucky.
You can go, Fritz. I'll take care of this.
Very well, Karen. But don't let him get into the gate.
Much cozier with just the two of us, isn't it?
Just what was it you wanted, Mr. Mitchell?
I'm a newspaper correspondent.
No. Well, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place, then.
Your boss isn't too eager when it comes to giving out interviews, huh, Karen?
Bruno sees no one, Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah, that's the general impression I've gotten, but I thought he might possibly make an exception in my case.
You say you wish a story?
That's right.
And that's all you wish here?
It was before I met you.
I mean, a story is all you wish from Bruna?
What else would I be after?
I do not know. Suppose you come back tomorrow, Mr. Mitchell.
Tomorrow?
Yes. I will tell Bruno about you and ask him if he will see you.
Why, thanks. You'd be doing me a big favor, Karen.
All right, Mr. Mitchell. I will try to persuade him. Until tomorrow, then.
Hi. Is the boss around?
The boss?
Yeah, the guy who runs this carnival.
You mean Max Raber?
That his name? I'd like to talk to him. Where is he?
Over there, standing at the shooting gallery. The short man with the gun in his hand.
Oh, okay. Nice shot.
Thank you. I seldom miss.
Oh? Hey, looks like you know what you're talking about. You, Max Raber?
That is correct.
I'm Steve Mitchell. You missed. The name mean anything to you?
A name is for anyone who cares to use it.
That's right, but these credentials aren't. Do you mind squinting down your peep sight at them?
Put them away. The commissioner sent you, Mitchell?
Yeah. He said you might be able to help me.
You're after file 307.
Yeah. You any information on it?
I think the person they call Bruna has it.
Yeah, it looks that way. The guy who had it before him turned up dead near your carnival, didn't he? You missed again, Max.
Perhaps because you're crowding me, Mitchell.
Oh, sorry.
Go to 25 Roligstrasse and wait for me. As soon as I close the carnival for the night, I'll come. We'll talk further.
25 Broligstrasse. Right.
Only 6 hits out of 8. I am slipping.
That's slipping? Look, Ray, but do me a favor.
What?
Don't ever point that gun at me. 21, 23. There it is, 25 Broligstrasse. All dark. Unlocked. Well, Max has to wait here for him. Wonder where the lights are. Hey, who closed the door? What?
In just a moment, our star, Brian Donlevy, returns as Steve Mitchell in Dangerous Assignment. The United States is now building the largest, best-trained peacetime armed forces in its history. Our United Services, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard, are training a new kind of serviceman, training him in the greatest scientific enterprise in the world. Yesterday, he was a man of weapons. Today, to a large degree, he's a man of science. Yes, a brilliant future in technology is available to America's young men in the new armed forces. So remember, the time for the future is now. Find it in the armed forces of the United States. Now, the National Broadcasting Company brings you Act Two of Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy in the role of Steve Mitchell. The time, 1 hour later. The place, the police station in Zurich, Switzerland.
Oh. So, you're coming around at last.
What? Oh.
The head, it hurts, huh?
The head, it hurts, huh? Hey, this looks like a jail.
It is. I am Police Inspector Baumgartner.
Police? Jail? Look, I don't get it.
Neither do we. When we found you 4 kilometers west of the city,
How did I get 4 kilometers west of the city? Last I remember was walking in a house at 25 Broligstrasse and getting hit on the head.
One of our policemen saw a cab with 2 men in it, traveling at high speed out of the city. He gave chase. The men finally abandoned the cab. When the policeman got to it, he found you lying on the floor, unconscious.
Remind me to thank him. Looks like I was getting taken for the well-known ride when he came along.
Huh?
Skip it. You say there were 2 men in the cab. Whose cab was it?
We are checking that. Why?
Oh, I was just thinking about a very eager cab driver named Hansen who wanted to show me the sights around Zurich.
Now it is my turn to ask the questions. What were you doing at 25 Broligstrasse?
I was sent there by a carnival owner I thought was a friend of mine. Incidentally, is there a telegraph office around here?
Down the street. Hey, Mitchell, your credentials are those of a newspaper correspondent. May I inquire what you are really doing here in Zurich?
It's very simple, Inspector. I'm trying to get an interview with a mysterious character named Brunner.
Brunner? Herr Mitchell, a word of advice. You are apparently involved with very dangerous people. It might be better for you to give it up.
Oh? Well, thanks for the advice. I'd sleep on it, except it's almost morning.
Yeah, you sleep on it, Herr Mitchell. Only be sure you're able to wake up. May I inquire what you are really doing here in Zurich?
It's very simple, Inspector. I'm trying to get an interview with a mysterious character named Brunner.
Brunner? Herr Mitchell, a word of advice. You are apparently involved with very dangerous people. It might be better for you to give it up.
Oh? Well, thanks for the advice. I'd sleep on it, except it's almost morning.
Yeah, you sleep on it, Herr Mitchell. Only be sure you're able to wake up, huh?
Lisbon Steve, Commissioner.
Good. I've been expecting a report from him.
Here you are.
Oh, thanks, Ruth. File 307 apparently in Bruner's possession. His beautiful secretary, Karen, trying to arrange appointment for interview. Just between us, would rather interview Karen.
He never changes, does he?
Apparently, Max Raber, not such hot friend of ours after all. I'm still nursing large lump on head, which I collected at address Raber sent me to.
What? I don't understand, Commissioner. I thought Max Raber could be trusted.
I guess in this business, you never know, Ruth. Oh, there's some more coming in. We'll pay Raber another visit this morning when his carnival opens up. In meantime, I'm going back to Bruner's villa. We'll keep you informed.
Well, this is quite an apartment you've got here, Karen. Much better than trying to talk through the bars of that gate outside.
Yes, it is a nice apartment. Bruner takes good care of me.
You know something? He should.
You say nice things, Steve.
Sometimes it comes easy.
I'm afraid it won't do you any good to look out the window, Steve. You won't see Bruner.
Oh?
He lives in that other wing, across the courtyard.
Look, what kind of a guy is he, anyway?
A short little man, very quiet.
A short man.
A fascinating man to work for.
I can imagine.
Steve, I talked to him last evening about you. He doesn't believe you.
What do you mean?
Well, he doesn't believe it's just an interview you want.
Oh? What else would I be after?
He's not sure yet. But supposing you were after a story, Bruner's interested in knowing just how much you would be willing to pay for it.
We're, talking about the story, of course.
Of course.
Well, that's sort of a tough question to answer offhand.
You see, there are others anxious to, shall we say, write a story about Bruner. They're willing to pay a great deal.
Yeah, I'll bet they are.
And, well, Bruner knows a lot more about you than you think, Steve. He knows you cannot pay as much for it as others can.
I see. Well, if Bruner knows so much about me, maybe he also knows that the story we're talking about used to belong to the people I worked for.
Yes, he knows that. But I'm afraid it does not make any difference to him. He says he cannot do business with you.
Well, that's that, I guess.
I'm sorry, Steve.
So am I. Anyway, it was very nice of you to go to the trouble.
I was glad to.
I don't quite get why you've been so nice to me.
Well, I guess I...
You what?
Well, I stay here in Bruner's villa most of the time. I don't see many people. And I've never seen anyone like... I mean, you were... Oh, I don't know what I mean.
Maybe this is what you mean, Karen.
Oh, Steve. You must leave, Steve.
Okay. But I'll be back.
No, Steve, they would not let you in. There's a high wall and guards.
Look, I said I'd see you later, and I will. With you here, I could grow wings.
No, Max Reber's not here.
Where is he?
I do not know. Oh, he should have been here by now to open up the carnival.
Yeah? Where does he live?
At 25 Broligstrasse.
What? Max Reber lives at 25 Broligstrasse?
Yeah. You know where it is?
Yeah. I've got lumps to prove it. Thanks. Well, Mitchell, here we go again. 25 Broligstrasse. Hey, sounds like a fight inside.
Mitchell, help me. Get these men off me.
Mitchell.
It's the eager cab driver.
Carl, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Too late, Hanson.
I will take care of this one, Mitchell.
Hey, you sure did take care of him, Reba. For a little guy, you sure swing a mean lamp.
It's good you arrived when you did, Mitchell. 5 minutes more would have been too late.
You know, maybe I was wrong about you, Max.
Wrong? What do you mean, Mitchell?
I had you pegged as the boy who arranged that hit on the head for me here last night.
No, I told you to come here and wait for me. When I got here, you disappeared.
I got taken for a ride. Maybe by these two guys on the floor here, Hanson and what's the other one's name?
Hanson called him Carl, I think.
Why'd they jump you just now?
They know that we're working together, that we're after File 307. They are also after it.
Look, I'm going to need your help. Have you ever seen Brunner?
No. But I've been watching his villa carefully the last few days. I think I know a way we can get into the grounds.
Good.
At one place, in the rear of the villa, there's a tree which overhangs the walls. It looks like a difficult climb, but perhaps we can make it.
Okay. We'll tie these two apes up and leave them here for the present. And after dark, you and I will pay a little call on our friend Brunner. Here, Max. Take my hand. I'll pull you up to this next branch.
Yeah, Steve? Thank you.
Well, we're almost to the top. There. Now, I'll drop down inside of the wall first. Then you follow, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Come ahead, Max.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. Look, Mitchell. There are lights in that wing of the building across the courtyard.
Yeah, that's where Karen says Brunner lives. We'll work our way over there and try to get in.
Steve, listen.
Oh, great. The hound of the Baskervilles.
Look, Steve. A giant black dog coming for us.
Yeah, I see him. Well, that just about cooks us. No, wait. Get lost, Reba.
Huh? Lost?
Get into the brushes there. Watch where they take me and try to get to me later. Now get moving.
All right, Steve.
Hey! Get away from me, you big lug! Hey, will somebody get this black monster off of me?
Here he is, Fritz, over against the wall.
Hurry up! This dog got me on his menu.
So, it is the nosy reporter.
Get this timber wolf off me.
Stop or get the dog. Fritz, take this man to the room in the cellar and tie him up at once.
Who's there?
Steve,
Karen.
they told me you'd been captured in the grounds. How long have you been lying here in the cellar?
I don't know. Half an hour, I guess.
You should not have tried to come back, Steve.
You're sorry I did, Karen?
Oh, Steve, I'm afraid for you.
Look, just get me untied.
I cannot do that, Steve.
What? Now, look, Angel, fun is fun.
Bruno would kill me if I did a thing like that.
Look, you let me worry about Brunner.
Oh, I cannot untie you now. I must get back right away or they will become suspicious. But, well, perhaps I can come back later.
Come here. Okay. But make it sooner instead of later.
I'll try, Steve.
This is a great spot you got yourself in, Mitchell.
Steve?
Max, how long have you been in the next room?
For several minutes. Here, I'll untie you.
Good.
I would have come in sooner, but from what I could hear, you were not very anxious to be rescued.
Yeah. Look, you know your way around this villa pretty well, don't you, Max?
What do you mean?
Finding these rooms in the cellar without much trouble.
I told you I've been watching this villa the last few days.
You're pretty short, too, aren't you?
I do not understand.
Karen told me Brunner was short.
Don't let your imagination run away with you.
I'm trying not to. How did you get in here so easily, anyway?
I diverted their attention by setting a fire in the yard.
A fire in the... Hey, you believe in doing things up brown, don't you?
There. The last of the knots. Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
Out of the side door into the hall.
Hey, no guards.
No, they're probably all fighting the fire out in the yard. Come, up these stairs. We'll try to get over the back wall while their attention is diverted.
Over the wall? Look, I came to this villa after File 307, and I'm not leaving until I get it.
Steve, that's impossible. We'll be lucky to escape with our lives. To continue the search for the document, that would mean certain death for both of us.
You get discouraged too easy. This the door to the yard?
Yeah.
All clear. Come on. Hey, that really is a fire you started.
Come, Mitchell. It's spreading toward the front gate. It's our chance to get over the back wall.
Hey, wait a minute, Max. We're not leaving yet.
What?
Look, that building over there. It's Brunner's wing of the villa.
Steve, are you crazy? We cannot get in there.
Why not? The door's open. This is our big chance, Reba.
But, Steve, I tell you...
Look, I came all the way across the Atlantic to find that piece of paper. Come on. Anybody spot us?
I don't think so. They're all fighting the flames.
Okay, let's get inside. Close the door.
Yeah. Bruno must be out at the fire, too, Steve.
Yeah. Brother. I thought Karen's apartment was something. This one looks like the Waldorf Astoria. Well, come on, let's go through some of these drawers.
But, Steve, if the document's in here, it's probably in a safe.
You can't tell. Brunner might figure a safe would be the obvious place. Hey, what have you found?
Silk stockings and negligee, Steve.
Yeah, me too. I don't get it. Wait a minute. Boy, I'm really slipping, Max. Sure took me a long time to catch on.
Steve, look, this leather case.
Give it to me.
Someone's coming.
What? Here, put the case back in that drawer. Hurry.
Yeah.
Well, Steve.
Karen Brunner. Complete with gun.
Karen Bruno.
I see you've discovered my little secret.
I should have figured it. You're not Brunner's secretary. You're Brunner.
You're lucky, Steve. Lucky that I feel a certain affection for you. Otherwise, your discovery would have cost you your life. Steve, stay away from that drawer. Another step and I'll shoot.
Okay, Karen. I lose.
That's better.
You were...
Yes. You're getting very warm, Steve. So close to the right drawer, and yet so far.
Yeah. Well, what happens now, Karen?
I told you. You were lucky. I'm going to let you go, but you'd better go now.
Okay. Well, it was nice while it lasted, baby.
Yes, it was. And it will be something to remember when you're back in America. That even though Karen Bruno was a little too clever for you, she almost fell in love with you. Goodbye, Steve.
Hi, Commissioner. Ruth said you wanted to see me as soon as I got back.
I certainly do, Steve. I got the cable you sent from Zurich before you left. So Karen, the beautiful secretary, turned out to be Brunner.
She sure did.
Steve, you let me down badly. Letting a woman razzle-dazzle you like that.
But I finally figured out she was Brunner, Commissioner.
Yes, but too late.
Not quite. I didn't mention it in my cable, but... Here.
What's that?
File 307.
What?
That's what you sent me over there to get, isn't it?
Why, yes, but I don't understand.
You see, I'd found the papers and stuck them in my shirt before she walked in. And when I made a pass at the drawer where they'd been, she figured they were still there.
I give up, Steve. Of all the...
Yeah. Karen was a razzle-dazzle artist, but she forgot that two can play that kind of football. I guess she'd never run into the hidden ball play before. Yeah. So long, Commissioner.
You have just heard the seventh in an exciting new adventure series, Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell. Dangerous Assignment is written by Bob Reif and directed by Bill Karn, with music by Bruce Ashley. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.